Welcome back to my vlog. We are starting off the morning at Take Tea Time, which I trekked my way over, taking about 1.5 hours out to the small town of Banqiao. It was quite worth it since my weakness is beautiful, delicious desserts such as this Japanese-inspired souffle pancake. They did a phenomenal job making it. The souffle pancake was airy, light, fluffy, and the sauce was the perfect thick consistency to where it was not too liquidy like water. I thoroughly enjoyed this with their honey rose tea. May I add that I am super picky about my souffle pancakes, and they passed on taste, jiggliness, and texture. Quick pit stop before the night market, we explored Dadaocheng Pier as the vibes was amazing paired with the sunset and good food.
Where are we going, Judy?
This is what Dadaocheng is best known for. A lot of these stalls, food stalls, and they all have upstairs rooftop seating so we can enjoy the pier view. And right now we're at the last tail end bit of the sunset, which we will enjoy with a cup of soju and some Korean fried chicken.
Let's go!
Let's go!
Yes.
And some soju.
And Chena in Taipei.
Yes!
So good. Super moist, very crunchy on the outside, very good flavoring on the outside with the soy.
Oh!
I'm shorter than you guys.
Lower. Okay.
Alright guys, we're at Ning Xia Night Market. This is one of Judy and Ethan's favorite night markets. Is that right? Alright, let's go! A must stop at Ning Xia Night Market. This stall is known for their good food and good looking employees. Okay, we're at New Mama and we are having
Gongrou fan.
Yes!
So it's very similar to the braised pork rice. But the braised pork rice is usually diced up into small pieces, whereas this Gongrou fan, the pork is just the whole big slice with all the fats and the meats. You can see it all. It's delicious.
I love fatty, so this looks really good. Let's go ahead and dig in. Oh my god.
Bamboo shoots.
It's delicious. It's very tender and it just melts in your mouth pretty much. I'm living for the sauce.
Actually, a lot of the rice has with the flavor.
Exactly. A lot of the sauce is like marinated within the rice. So it's like not just white rice.
Yeah, this definitely hit the spot for sure.
Not too cold.
I can see why they're famous. So we are at Liu Yuzai, which is featured on the Michelin guide. And they're known for their taro balls.
Yes.
One with taro, one with
egg yolk.
So let's go ahead and try it.
Okay, so they both look the same.
Yes.
So Chena's gonna have a surprise, whether it's the taro ball or the egg yolk taro ball.
It'll be a mystery. All right, let's go. Ooh, and it's hot. I already feel that it's hot. It looks fried on the outside.
Made. The line is super long. It's probably one of the longest lines in this night market thus far. They make it so fresh and so quick.
Yeah.
The line has been moving very quickly. Oh, looks like she got the jackpot. She got the combo with the egg yolk.
There you go.
Oh, I see the steam.
It's coming out. So good.
Some egg yolk, taro, and a little bit of meat floss. It's so crispy on the outside. Light breading.
So this is the braised pork we got from another stall.
So in Mandarin it's called Hua Bao. Or I guess that's Taiwanese Hua Bao. So it's usually in this big Taiwanese bun. And inside there's braised pork, some green onions, and we call it the pickled cabbage.
Yes.
They say suan cai.
And if you like fatty meat, this is so fatty. It's so good. Oh my god. Can you see? I like the sauce they use too.
Peanut sauce on top.
Peanut. Oh, it's peanut sauce. Oh my gosh, so good. Next up, 火爆骰子牛, which is a very common stand you can find at most night markets. So we're at the fire roasted diced cow. We got the small portion. That is 150 NTD, and we chose the rose mineral salt. Whoa, it's really hard to mess up beef. It's really good. I don't quite taste the rose in that, but I do taste the mineral salt. Pretty good with it. Very tender, thick pieces. And you see it's just dripping, about to drip right now. But I'll catch it. Really good bite-sized chunks on here, so I like it. Next stop, Niu Wu Hua, which is a very popular stand for a variety of skewers.
Beef wrapped around green onion. This is one of my favorite skewers. This one is so juicy. They make it amazing here. Perfect glaze, if you can't tell. It's like a good bite. The green onion gives it that perfect crunch, and it's thinly wrapped with this piece of thinly sliced beef. Perfect balance.
It's so juicy. I see like pepper on there and then that glaze. The beef is thin enough so that it's a good chew still, but not too thick either, so that it's not too chewy. Oh my, so good. Alright, we have the chicken butt over here, so we're gonna give it a try. It looks like there's a glaze of something on there. I'll have to try what it is.
Chicken ass.
Okay, I see you. It's very juicy on the inside. That nice glaze outside gives it a caramelization on there. Alright, I'm doing a second one.
Oh, so good that she had to take a second one immediately.
Second bite immediately. Oh, it's so good.
So good that everyone decided to take many bites, you know? But it's that good. It's so good every single time.
It is chicken thigh. Looks like there's some green onions with it and some type of glaze as well on this one. Oh my god. I don't know what glaze they're using, but it just pairs so well with it. They just cook it to perfection. Sometimes people make chicken too dry, but this is juicy. Juicy and good and just well done, honestly. Alrighty guys, we're on our last skewer. This is the chicken skin. Typically it's pretty crispy, and so we'll give it a try, see if it is. Very crispy. I like that. Same type of glaze, seems like black pepper on there as well. This is like a little fried, it seems like too. Yeah, oh my gosh, so good. Yes. We walked around the Hua Jie, which is enriched with history, and endless vendors selling herbs. Hangzhou Xiaolong Tangbao at the Zhongshan location is a must try. They make each order fresh from scratch. The Xiaolong bao is the best I have ever had, and dare I say it's much better than Din Tai Fung. The outer layer is paper thin, but it doesn't break despite holding heaps of soup inside. It's so juicy and the filling is so savory and perfectly seasoned. My friend and I are very critical of our Xiaolong baos, and we both agree that this was heavenly. This was an unexpected gem, and I still think about it to this day on how mind-blowingly good this Xiaolong bao was. Today we are trying out頂好紫琳. Shout out to Stephen Lim's Worth It for the recommendation. I ordered the steamed pork dumpling and also the scallion pancake. The filling is delicious. You know, it feels so simple, but it's just done so well here. The filling is greatly seasoned, and the outer layer is not too thick, and there is a little bit of soup inside. It's so thin. I cannot leave Taiwan without trying Jay Chow's boba shop, Machi Machi. I got their matcha creme brulee, and it was very unique, thick, rich flavors. Hi guys, so we're at Gyukatsu. I've had this before in Japan, so I was super excited to see it here in Taiwan. We're gonna give it a try. Basically, they give you slices of beef cutlets and you put it on the stone plate Pier to cook. I would say you would cook it for about a minute, so not too long because you don't want to make it well done and ruin the marbling of the meat. And you already hear that sizzling going on right now. I usually use the rose mineral salt, or you can do one of these sauces. I forgot already what it was, but I think it's soy sauce and some type of other sauce. I'll try it out later on. Nice. Small peas. Give it a try. Literally melts like butter in your mouth. It's so tender, and the breading around it is thin enough to where it's not too, overpowering on the meat itself. Ooh. Definitely give it a try if you're in the area. For the gram, trying out Xinjiang酱油拉面. The place is super tiny with only bar seats to watch the chef assemble the ramen in front of you. The pork laces around the ramen bowls. What a beauty. So I think we both think the ramen's pretty average, but it does come with a lot of meat. And it's only 300 NTD. And there's unlimited noodles. So if you're not satisfied with this amount, you can keep getting more. But yeah, there's a lot of garlic in here too. And the meat slices are pretty thin.
Alright, we are at Yuan, and Cup of TJ and a bunch of other YouTubers recommended this shaved ice with sesame and peanut
Tangyuan.
for it. I mean, it's already melting. We gotta get started on this ASAP.
There's a lot of nitrogen ice going on, a lot of smoke at first. Usually with these sweet dumplings, these Tangyuans, it's a soup base. So this is my very first time eating it on top of ice, shaved ice. So this is just straight shaved ice, no flavor in it, versus the other one we had at Snowbro, it's flavored snow ice.
So I'm just gonna add a little bit more of the syrup because it needs a little bit more flavor. It's basically like osmanthus syrup, which is very unique. I haven't had it before in this taste.
Ice cools down the dumpling. As you saw earlier, the dumpling was steaming with heat, but the ice just cools it down to the right temperature for you to gobble up.
So do you prefer this ice or the other ice? The other ice.
No, it's very different.
Very different. It's like more traditional. Yeah.